I've got a feeling that the music is a little bit loud, so I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. I'm going purely by what's coming through on my headphones. So this is my little world. I've done a no commentary version of the world a little as my last episode, because my throat has been a bit sore the last few days and I sounded rather gravelly, so I just felt that it would be better to probably do a no commentary version of the Let's Play rather than struggling through, especially as I knew I wanted to do this stream tonight. So this is my little starter house. It's nothing amazing, nothing sensational, but we've got fences as windows at the moment, purely because I've got no sand to make glass with, so I had no choice. So we come in here. Currently I've just got my lovely pink bed, my crafting table and my furnace, and then you pop up here. Nothing up here at the moment. We're going to put some chests up here, so I've got some storage space and all that kind of good stuff. Then you come out here, we've got some crops growing just here. Hopefully we can find some villagers at some point so we can do some trading with them, get some emeralds, boost up our XP points, all that sort of good stuff. I don't believe I've got any food either. I need to have a look at that. Oh wait, actually I have in my inventory, so I can put that in here now. If you do come to the stream, just pop a hello in the chat. Drop a like if you can. That would always help the YouTube algorithm in pushing the stream out to more people. We've got sugarcane growing here. The idea is as soon as it starts growing like it has done here, we can break it down and start replanting it over here. And once we've got all of this done, that will then enable us to start getting paper ready for our enchanting area. We've got a cow crusher over here that I built in the no commentary Let's Play. And the whole idea of this is that once there's an adult and a baby one in there at the moment, once they both are adults, you can start breeding them. They will then create another baby, and it's usually about twice a day you can start breeding these cows, and they will keep breeding and breeding until they get to, I think it's 24 cows in there, and then the entity cramming rule comes into place, and you then they start automatically dying. And once they start dying, in this chest here you'll get leather and steak, so that will mean that we will have a never-ending source of leather and a never-ending source of food. And the leather will obviously combine with the paper that we get from the sugar cane to make books, and then we use wood with the books as well to make our bookshelves, and we can then start enchanting once we get up to 30 XP levels. This is our infinite lava farm. It's a wonderful little thing. I do love this, because now we have this, we don't need to worry about using coal. I've just done that wrong. But we don't have to worry about using coal when we want to cook things or smelt things. We just come down here, just take lava from here, and it'll automatically refill it. It's an amazing little invention, and I absolutely love it. At the moment, we haven't got a great deal to smelt. We are short on resources, hence the fact that we are doing this stream tonight where we can go resource gathering. We use a lot of our cobblestone on that thing over there. It's an ugly little thing, but the idea is once we've chopped some trees down and got some decent building blocks and stuff, we can then go and start putting a little canopy or something around it just to try and make it a little bit more appealing than what it is at the moment. So we're going to take some of our iron so we can make some iron tools with them. And then we're going to go and start mining for resources. Now, I can't guarantee that doing this is the most thrilling and exciting content. It's why I'm doing it on a live stream, because then if people want to join and they want to watch, they can. If we get people here, we can have a bit of a chat with each other, get to know each other, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, there's no hassle if people decide not to. The reason why I've decided to settle down in this area, by the way, at least for the time being, is because I absolutely love how it looks with the mountains, with the ice and the stone and the cherry grove trees up there. You've got some more mountains that way. I just think it looks a quite pleasant area, and we might be able to make this look really, really nice. So we're not going to be just mining for stone. There is going to be chopping trees and various different things like that. So like I say, it's not the most thrilling of content, but I also don't want to be in a position where anything happens and I've not got it captured on screen for people to be able to see what happened. There's too many times where you can turn up with diamonds and things like that, and people think you've cheated in getting them and all this sort of stuff. So I sort of thought by doing it on a live stream, I can't be accused of that. And like I say, that way if people want to watch it, they can do. So this channel will not just be Minecraft content. There will also be Football Manager going on here within the next couple of weeks. I mean, what are we now? The 4th of October. The beta for the new game is due to be released, or is expected to be released in a couple of weeks, probably around the week commencing the 23rd of October, something like that. And as soon as that beta is released, I'll be doing Minecraft and Football Manager content, but it will be heavily focused on Football Manager, and I will probably be streaming daily during all of that as well, with Football Manager being the main game that I'm going to be playing. It's always an exciting time for anyone that plays Football Manager and loves Football Manager like I do. It's always a very exciting time of year when the new game is being released. If anyone does like the game and they've seen the feature drops and stuff that have been going on, then this year's game is looking like a really, really good edition of it, which does kind of surprise me a little, because the fact that they're basically reinventing the game for FM25, I don't think I'm the only one that was expecting FM24 to be a bit of a dead episode of the series, really. We was expecting not a great deal to happen, but they surprised us. It's safe to say they have surprised us. So I want to keep a lookout for when we get to level 16, because that's the premium level for getting iron. Now, I've got to admit, when I'm playing this on my own, most of the time I will be using stone tools to do all this, but stone tools is also very, very slow, and I don't really want to make this any more boring than what it could already be. So we'll check what level we're at now. We're at level 58, so we're still a long way up. We've got a long way to go before we get down there. Also, I'm using a stone shovel in the hope really that I'm not going to be having too much gravel to have to get through. So I just sliding my phone back in because that's just gone dead. So yeah, if you are joining the chat, let me know whereabouts in the world you're from. Are you from the UK? Are you from America? Or somewhere else? Genuinely curious to know what audience will watch my videos. And again, if the video quality is not great, then again, please let me know, because I can try and change that in my next live stream that I do. Oh, a little bit of iron here. Is literally a little bit. It's not a great deal, but a little bit is better than nothing. Every little helps, as a certain big shop likes to say. Obviously, the music that I'm playing is a playlist from copyright-free music, because if I play anything that is from a recognised and known artist, then it's highly likely that will get copyright claimed, and that will affect the channel in several ways. Oh, got some. I was going to say, I think that's their first bit of diorite. Not that people tend to like diorite, but I do, especially if it's in the polished form of the game. Polished diorite, if you use it with the right blocks, can look really nice in a build, in my opinion. Like I say, it's not an opinion that many people have. It's a bit like with wood. Not many people like birchwood because it's a similar colour to the diorite. But if you play the game, and I'd like to think you would if you're watching a Minecraft stream, what blocks do you like building with? What are your favourite blocks? I'd like to give an award, if I could, for anyone that doesn't say spruce, because that does seem to be, by a long distance, most people's favourite building block in the game. So we're currently on episode 4 of the Let's Play. That was the no commentary one that was released. And as we are at the moment, the next episode in the series will actually have commentary on it. Like I said earlier, it's only because of my throat being a bit sore. That's why this stream, I've scheduled it for probably 2 hours, but a lot of it also depends on how my throat holds up. And I've already had to cough a couple of times. I have got some prep with me, so I've already got a cup of coffee and a bottle of water with me. Now it looks like we're going into a bit of a cave down here. Yes, we are. Bit of iron up there. Oh, iron here as well. This is where I have to hope that I don't get creepers running up to me and blowing me up. Okay. I don't want to do anything too adventurous, because I don't want to end up going back onto the Let's Play and being like, hey, we've done a stream and I died 3 times. This is what happened. And we'll just block that off right now. See where we came to. Here we are. So I did do a test stream. I think it was yesterday before going live today. And according to the test stream, everything looked good. Picture was fine. it is being put out in 1080p, not 4K or anything like that. So there is a possibility if you've got your settings set at 4K, you might need to adjust those to receive 1080p in order to get the quality that's intended to be. The game sounds seemed fine as well. I know I had an issue when I released my first episode of the Let's Play that it wasn't recording any of the game sounds, and it wasn't until I got to the end of the episode and uploaded it, you know, edited it, all that sort of stuff, that I could see what was actually going on and that there was none of that. So that was a bit frustrating, I don't mind admitting. So I was just checking my phone on something there. Oh, got a bit of iron here. I didn't think ahead in terms of bringing an extra shovel with me. I wasn't expecting to come across so much gravel right at the very start. So, what's the weather like where you are? I've got to say, here, I live in the north of England, and the weather is rather cold today. It certainly seems to have taken a bit of a turn from what it had been. I wouldn't say it had been hot, but it had been manageable, it had been pleasant enough. This is an awesome find. I'm so happy to find some redstone, mainly because I want to go exploring, but after getting lost before, I don't want to go exploring without a map. And by having redstone means I can now get that map that I want. So just fill this in. Go and grab that bit of iron. Where did we come down from? Oh, up here. Okay, so I do like to fill the holes in when I'm doing this, because I don't much like the idea that there could be a mob spawning in there or something when I'm far enough away from it. If you are just joining the stream, please be awesome and leave a like. That would be very much appreciated. If YouTube... Sorry, the music on here, the game music, seems really, really loud. Or it is in my earpiece as well. I've got it turned down, so I don't know how much lower I need to have it, but it does seem very, very loud from what I'm seeing at the moment. I'm just going over to my... Just going into my my Streamlabs. Sorry, I was getting quite distracted with things there. So I'm using Streamlabs to stream with, but I use OBS Studio for recording. Don't know if you guys have experience with OBS. Oh, hang on, here we go. So there's a lot of dripstone caves around this area. I've worked that much out already. So do that, and then we can come down here. Fill these in as well. I want to just take that down, so I want to grab the iron that's here. And again, hope that there's no creepers around to blow me up. And now we just fill that all back in again. At least now we are a little bit better protected than we was beforehand. And I hate gravel. Gravel is probably my most hated block in this game, because I've had it before where I've stood on gravel and just plummeted to my death. And it usually means you end up falling into lava or something like that. So you lose all your belongings as well, unless it's netherite. And what we'd do here as well is just do that so nothing can come from over there. So Minecraft Live is a thing that's going to be happening on, I think it's the 15th of October. For anyone that doesn't know, it's an event where Minecraft do it every year, and they announce new mobs. They might give you a bit of an update. Ooh, there we go. Just fill some of these in. The one downside to Minecraft since the big update they done where they made everything bigger and the caves expanded and all this sort of stuff. Sorry. Is that it's very difficult these days to actually dig yourself down completely without coming across a load of caves. And look, don't get me wrong, a lot of people love that kind of thing. They love exploring the caves. I do to an extent, to a degree. But as I've said in the actual Let's Play episodes themselves, I am also a little bit of a coward. In fact, I'd say I'm more than a little bit of a coward. I'm a hell of a coward when it comes to Minecraft anyway. So I'm just going to... There is going to be a lot of faffing about on this stream because, like I say, I am learning how it goes. Hopefully, the more streams I do, the better I will become at it. I just realised we were sitting on the intermission screen as well. So let's come over to the actual live screen. So it's taken me nearly half an hour to realise that I was sitting on the intermission screen. But we're on the right one now. We're getting there. I mean, one good thing I've found about doing this kind of content from scratch with nobody around is that you have the flexibility where you can make mistakes and you can be a bit poor and it's not as much of a big deal because there's less people that are going to see it. But the general aim for myself with both streaming and video creation is I want to try and get better with each one. So I'm hoping that each video is going to be better than the last one, maybe better edited, maybe better sound quality, you know, whatever it may be. And same with the streams, that obviously this one I'm fully expecting to be a bit of a shambles. Obviously I don't want it to be, but I do expect it to be a shambles. But then the next one I'm hoping will be better. So for anyone that is here joining along, then you know you're part of something. You're part of something that's starting new, starting fresh. and it's awesome to have people along. You know, I've got, I think it's 8 subscribers at the moment, which funnily enough, according to my YouTube analytics, jumped up quite a bit from last night, which I took the step of actually posting on Facebook about I'm going to be streaming Wednesday night. People asked about what the channel was. They very kindly dropped a subscription, and I can see that 2 of them have been absolutely lovely and joined the stream at least at the beginning. And any support from anybody is massively appreciated, because it's quite a daunting prospect when you're doing something like this for the first time. Because you know, I'm the first to admit that I'm not the best when it comes to video editing and all this sort of stuff, and I am finding it a challenge at the moment. But like I say, I'm watching plenty of YouTube videos on how to do stuff, and I think it's getting there. You know, I'm constantly practicing. Some more iron here. How much iron have we got so far? Oh, half a stack. That's not too bad at all. We'll just fill that in. We'll knock the torch down and put that back down here. So we have gone way past. Oh, what's this out? Oh, this could be a problem. So this is the deep dark. So first of all, we need to change direction. But them things, I'm trying not to actually jump down into there. So there's sculk sensors down there. Those things there, they pick up on movement. And if there's a shrieker around, a sculk shrieker, then they will send a signal to the shrieker, and that can alert the warden, who's the latest mob in Minecraft. So we'll put a torch there to indicate we're not going any further that way, and we'll start coming down this way. And it might mean that we have to turn back on ourselves as well if we end up breaking out into the deep dark down here. So in terms of what level, I'm on minus 38. So the level that I want to get to at the bottom of the world is level minus 54, because that, in my experience at least, tends to be the area where you're most likely to come across a good amount of diamonds. Obviously, the deeper you go, the more diamonds you get. So you can get more if you go down to level, I think it might be minus 64 is as low as it goes. But once you get to below minus 54, you're then below lava level. And once you're below lava level, you've then got the prospect of lava falling on top of your head, basically, as you're mining. And I don't particularly want that. So I always think level 54 is the best option for me. Oh, here we go, we're coming across it again. So in the subtitles or on the left hand side of the screen, you may start seeing minus 46. You might start seeing things saying that, you know, sculk sensor does whatever noise. Oh dear, what explain that? So let's come up here. So yeah, that was a bit of a shock to the system. One thing I do need to try and learn is that when I'm doing this, I can't just take a silent pause. I need to try and keep talking as much as I can. But it's really difficult if you're not used to actually continually talking the whole time, because obviously what I don't want is I don't want people to come into the stream and I'm just sitting in silence, strip mining and making it look like I'm not prepared to engage with my chat and whatever else. But I must say as well, it's also a little bit comforting that, at least according to what Streamlabs is telling me, that nobody's actually watching at the moment. And that is strangely comforting, because it gives me the opportunity to do what I'm doing and practice what I'm doing without people being here to see how rubbish it is. So we are now, oh, minus 57, gone much further down than what I wanted to go. But we will take some lapis, there's no doubt about that. Lapis lazuli is always a welcome block to have. And we are now at level 54, so this is the level that I wanted to be at. Got 23 bits of coal still on us. And then basically with the active strip mining, the way you do it is you just mine in strips, basically. That might sound a bit obvious, but yeah, you just, what I tend to do anyway is I'll mine 100 blocks in this direction, placing torches every now and then so it doesn't get too dark. Then I'd normally do 100 blocks this way, although we are going to be mining into the deep dark doing it this way. It is actually a good way to get XP mining this deep dark stuff. So we will block ourselves in. Oh, didn't realise we was exposed up the top there as well. And basically the aim of doing this is not only are we getting deep slate, which we can use a stone cutter for to turn into some really nice building blocks, but there's also the chance we're going to come across diamonds as well. And diamonds is what we really do want. I just don't know how feasible it's going to be mining this way on too much of a regular basis, because it seems to be quite an open and exposed area. And obviously, in terms of the goal of being able to do our enchanting area, then we need diamonds for that as well. We need 2 diamonds for that. We need 3 diamonds for our first ever diamond pickaxe. And I usually do aim for 5 diamonds as an absolute minimum from my first haul, because in that way, like I say, you can get the diamonds you need for your enchanting table. Oh, there you go. Sculpt sensor starts clicking. Hopefully there's not a... I hope you realise how brave I'm having to be doing this, because I faced the warden once and it was absolutely terrifying, and I promised myself I was never ever going to do it again. And when you get that darkness effect come in where everything just goes completely dark and there's barely anything you can do about it, it's quite foreboding. If Minecraft's intention was to make the game scarier, then congratulations Mojang, you achieved that. What I would like to know is what people think of the camel that's been brought into Minecraft. Theme Park Dude Reviews, is that who I think it is? I saw you subscribe last night, but I haven't had a chance to look at your videos yet to see who you are, but I'm putting two and two together. So yeah, in terms of the name, Rad Evil Demo, that's actually my gamer tag. And basically where it come from was through being frustrated, quite honestly. I was trying to find a name for YouTube, and it seemed everything I put in was always taken. And it was something to do with Damo or Damien, or something like that. So in the end, I going on the assumption that Damien is the son of the devil. It is. Did you watch the game last night? So okay, this is we're both Arsenal supporters, and for anyone that knows anything about football, last night was obviously not the best of times to be an Arsenal supporter. Very disappointing performance, I've got to say. And can't believe he risked Bukayo Saka in that game. It was shocking. While you're here, mate, can you leave a like on the stream as well if you haven't already? I don't know if you have, I can't see it. But it'd be awesome if you could. So, when you're off to your next theme park? Yeah, should have grabbed an early night. Certainly wouldn't have missed anything, that's for certain. If there's a slight whirring sound that could be heard in the background, that's probably going to be the PC. And I might have to get up shortly and turn the heating off because it's quite cold up here at the moment. It's not like freezing or anything like that, it's just colder than it has been. So I decided to whack the heating on when I got in from work. And now the heat's been on for an hour or so, I'm actually starting to feel a bit warm. Take some gold, we'll need that for when we get access to the nether. I'm starting to think as well that I might have been feeling a bit ambitious with 2 hours. Right, let's have a quick count of how far we've gone. Yeah, so that's about as far as we're going to go in that direction. We'll now go back and basically do the same thing in the other direction. It's them things need to stop clicking. Thank you, thank you. What's the audio and picture quality like? You can be honest, there's nobody else here, I don't think, so I just need to know if I need to make any amendments in Streamlabs before I do the next stream. So in terms of, oh, didn't mean to say that. In terms of the quality of, oh, we've got diamonds. Lovely. This is what we've. I'm going to try to come this way to begin with now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's 6. So we've got the 5 that we wanted anyway. That is awesome. Plus some redstone, which I must admit, I'm not a big redstone builder kind of person. But I do love the XP that you get for it. So always happy to mine it up. And then it will just sit in a chest somewhere and hardly ever get used unless I'm doing compasses for a map or something like that. Thank you. So all good this end, fella. Audio is great, perfect balance. That's good to hear. I basically went with what Streamlabs suggested and then just made a slight amendments myself. Just got back from Holland, heading to Disney next weekend. You and Poppy practically live at Disney, don't you? Has Poppy got a business about arranging Disney visits for people? I think I saw something about it on Facebook. Apparently she's doing it in collaboration with someone or something, from what that's if I've read it right, by the way. We are finding loads of diamonds. This is awesome. So yeah, basically Streamlabs makes recommendations. It runs a test on your system and says we recommend these settings based on your PC, this, that and the other. And I basically said, yeah, go for it. Sounds good to me. I had a concern because it did say it was going to do 30 frames per second. And from videos that I've watched, people were recommending going 60 frames per second. And from what I've got on my screen, my CPU usage is like 0.5%, so that's nothing. It's saying it can run 60 frames per second. Not sure what that one is, but it's 0.5% anyway. So all the stats from my side of it do look promising. Oh, we've got a full inventory. I don't want that, so we can chuck that away. She has indeed, her and her power started a Disney planning business. That's awesome. That really is. It's I'll have to give the page a like next time I'm on Facebook. I try not to go on there too often. It's usually people just moaning about their life, but so we're going to go back up because we do need to clear out our inventory. So I think I mentioned earlier the playlist that I've got is a Epidemic Sounds playlist that's just copyright free music. There's actually some pretty good songs on here when you just got it as a background thing. And I will keep it as it is, perfect watching my end. Your voice audio level is perfect against the gaming audio. That's great. I really appreciate you saying that as well, because it's you hear it yourself, and obviously when you do videos you hear the sound quality in the video, but there's always just a little bit in the back of your head that's saying, is that how it's really going out to people, you know? And obviously with it being a stream, I won't know what it's like until I finish. So I've got it as auto record my stream. So basically if there's any footage in here that I want to edit down to go into my next Let's Play or something like that. So for example, when we found diamonds, I'm going to try and get that edited down so I can put it into the next episode of my Let's Play. But obviously I don't get to see that till afterwards. And I know a little while ago, between a couple of episodes of the Let's Play, I done a... I'm trying to think of the words now. I've done a thing where I went out on a wander around my world, and I was intended to release that as a long play with no commentary, and it was going to be like an hour and a half long. And basically when I extracted it from OBS onto my PC and went to download it on Clipchamp, yeah, I really am using Clipchamp, it's that bad at the moment, that basically it come back that the audio had been corrupted and it was unreadable, or the footage rather. So I'd done like an hour and a half's worth of work and didn't have any way of being able to put it out on the channel. So that's another reason why I decided to do live streaming as opposed to just putting stuff out the way I did before, because I thought that way if I'm actually streaming it, as long as it's actually going out, it kind of doesn't matter as much if the audio gets corrupted, because I've got it here. 17 diamonds, that is awesome, that really is. Can't believe we've got 17 diamonds. This as well, this is such, oh, not that one, where'd it go? Such a rare item in the game, an enchanted golden apple. They're a lot more common, but that one is so rare, and I'm so chuffed to have got one of those. Got some strings so we can do some fishing or whatever. Right, I want to go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's smelt down the iron that we've picked up. And then, where's our wheat? Because we can actually probably go and feed up our cows. Hopefully they've grown up, or one of them's grown up, the other one was already grown. Here we are, so we can feed them. Get a tiny little bit of XP for doing so. Chop these down. More awesome building blocks for us. It's very easy as well when you're doing something like this to actually forget to actually drink. Because you're trying to concentrate on so many things. You're trying to concentrate on the actual game you're playing, as well as whether there's anyone watching, whether there's anyone in chat, all that sort of stuff. And I'm not the best when it comes to multitasking. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we take that along with this, we can turn that into a smoker. We've got our crops that are ready to harvest. But I'll try not to do too much harvesting of my crops in a Let's Play world. Like on camera, I mean. Because otherwise it feels like you're just watching Farmville. And I don't even know if that game still exists, to be fair. But it also proves how much attention I pay to Facebook. So there is also a... Let's eat some of our steak. There is also a Twitter account, or should I say an X account. It's at RadEvilDamo, same name as what the streams are. Or same name as what the YouTube is, I should say. So if you have an X account, by all means feel free to follow me on there and I'll follow back. It's a lot like my YouTube channel and all that. I'm very much getting used to what to do and trying to build it up and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so we've had a little sleep. Go back to carry on planting. Yeah, so any stream that I do, basically, whether it's Minecraft, whether it's Football Manager, whether I'm playing any other type of game, whatever it is, it's just going to be chilled out. I'm not going to be doing anything overly exciting, overly riveting. You're not going to be missing anything if you don't watch it. I want the actual action that happens to happen in the actual Let's Play videos themselves. And then maybe as time goes on, we can do separate saves or separate streams away from what we're actually doing on YouTube in terms of a Let's Play. So I could do, I don't know, Starfield, I think, is one of the latest games that's out at the moment. Which seems to be getting some pretty good reviews, actually. I've watched a few people doing Starfield playthroughs, and it does seem a pretty good game, actually. But I always find if I watch people do a playthrough first, then it gives me the opportunity to see how to play the game as well. And then that way I don't look quite as rubbish as I am. So there's a Minecraft content creator out there who basically she started playing Minecraft with absolutely zero knowledge of the game whatsoever. And I mean, full respect to her, actually, because she learned how to play the game completely and utterly from scratch. And as someone that also learned how to play Minecraft completely and utterly from scratch, I can tell you it's not easy to pick it up. Because like, even this, so like when I first started playing the game, I came up to a tree and I'm doing this to try and punch it, to try and break the block. And I'm like, how do I break the block? I'm punching it. You know, I'm using the hit box and all this sort of stuff. And it was only after going onto YouTube, and actually watching some tutorial videos that you have to spam the punch button, basically. And there, you know, and because with a lot of games, whether it's a physical instruction manual or not, you usually are able to find some sort of instruction manual on, you know, what controls mean what. You know, if you want to control A, B mean this, that, you know, right button means this, left button means that. If you're on a mouse, you know, moving forwards and backwards on keyboard and mouse is usually your WASD keys. But then when you're trying to work out how to punch a bit of wood, which is like the most basic part of the game, and you can't work it out, you're like, how the hell am I meant to play this game? It doesn't show me anything. Now this world has so many insane areas for caving and things like that. I mean, this in itself is just, you don't usually get open areas like that quite as frequently as you do in this particular world. So we've got a pool of lava over there along with some trees. Where's the sun? There it is. So we also have a spider spawner somewhere. I need to try and figure out where it is, because when I'd done the episode that got corrupted and I got lost and everything, I actually found that spider spawner. Now, from what I can remember, from when I made my way back, there was plenty of cherry grove trees, which is what there is up there. So I'm thinking it's somewhere around that particular area. So our iron should be ready, and it is. And we need to get some wood to get some more sticks. It's really weird because when I'm playing Minecraft normally, like off camera, so to speak, I talk to myself all the time, and I don't have any problems doing it. I'm not stammering over my words or running out of things to say or anything like that. But it's amazing how much difference there is to ordinarily talking to yourself and talking to yourself when you know you're on camera and you know when you're recording yourself. Because there's always that part of you that 2, 3, 4, 5. There's always that part of you that knows you have to be a little bit careful, because, you know, I want the streams to be family friendly, so that if there's mums or dads watching and they've got kids around, they haven't got to think, oh, I can't watch this because this guy swears. And if Travel Park Dude Reviews is still here, he will know that I swear a bit like a trooper sometimes. So I kind of try and treat streaming as though I need to behave like I do when I'm with my daughter, because, you know, obviously I don't swear when I'm with her. But especially when you end up getting jump scared by a zombie or a creeper or whatever, that's a lot easier said than done. So I'm going to come over here, just going to use this pickaxe to chop some wood. I do primarily want to chop the birch wood, but we do need oak as well, so we're going to get that. I am going to do a bit of travelling around. Once I get a map sorted out, we're going to go and explore a lot further afield than what I have done so far. I ain't doing that tree. I hate them big trees. They have so much wood in them and it takes so long to find them. I actually downloaded a mod pack where it made the trees, or the leaves in the trees, more fluffy and wavy and things like that. And immediately I had to take it out again because it just makes finding the wood in the leaves so much more difficult because they're so much thicker. Oh, I've got another big one here as well. So if they're just sticking out like they are, it's fine. But it's when they're actually inside the leaves. Actually, I think that seems alright actually. So that one wasn't actually too bad, but they're not all as easy as that. You know, spruce trees are fine because it's just they're like these trees are just straight wood. Dark oak isn't too bad. Acacia isn't too bad. The mangrove ones are an absolute nightmare. To actually chop down a mangrove tree, I always have to have a hoe with me so I can get rid of the leaves as quick as possible. Yeah, it's an absolute nightmare. I had this sitting at home the other day, and oh, we've got spruce up there. Sitting at home the other day, and I was sitting on the sofa. I think I was just watching YouTube on my iPad or something, and I was sitting here and I could hear a noise, and I remember saying to myself, it sounds like a helicopter. Now obviously where I live is a housing estate, so I just dismissed the idea that it was going to be a helicopter. Hello, Mr. Bumblebee. I'm not doing anything to you. Leave me alone, please. Thank you. Yes, I just dismissed the idea that it was going to be a helicopter. And this noise carried on going. And I kept hearing it. And I thought, I need to find out what this noise is. So just going to try and sleep because the night time's setting in. Yeah, so hello, JMDX. How are you? Yeah, so back to the story. So I stood there at my window, looked up trying to find out what this noise was. And all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, it was a helicopter. This great big yellow helicopter decided to just present itself. Now, where I live, there's outside my front room window, there's an old... It's a field basically, but it used to be an old cricket ground. There's no like stadium there or anything like that. It's just a tiny little brick wall that's basically now a field. And essentially people just go there, they walk their dogs and have picnics and things like that. And yeah, this helicopter just came down and landed in the middle of this field. And there was a guy on there actually walking his dog at the time. And it's like a little spaniel type dog. So you can imagine the fear that was probably going through this little spaniel as he's going for a walk on the field. And all of a sudden this great big yellow helicopter just comes and starts landing in front of him. But what got me was the amount of people that are out there that come out of their houses, stood on the curbsides with their mobile phones, taking pictures of this helicopter. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to the local paper this week, so it might actually have something exciting in it, because as much as I love Scarborough, I think it's an amazing area to be, not a great deal happens. And because I don't know enough people up here yet, I'm not really getting gossip on things. So because that helicopter was on the field, kept its blades running. It was there probably for about 30 seconds. No one got in or out of the helicopter, and then it just flew off again. You know, because when I first saw it, I thought, oh, blimey, there must be something wrong with someone medically. This must be like a, you know, like a air ambulance type thing. But what was quite odd was the only naming it had on it, and Theme Park Dude Reviews, if you're here, you'll probably know these names. The names were Arco, A-R-C-O, and Braun, B-R-A-U-N. Now, I know from the previous job that I did that Arco basically are a supplier of PPE, things like that. And Braun are makers of hand soap. But that was the only writing that was on this helicopter. There's nothing on there to indicate it was an air ambulance or anything like that. And yeah, it just seems really weird that it just landed for 30 seconds and then left. So right, our pickaxe has broken. We're going to run around and pick up a few of the sapling sticks, apples, all that sort of stuff. It's always handy to pick up the apples, because then later on, if you need to, you can turn them into golden apples. And you never know when a golden apple might get you out of a sticky situation. So we can make our way back home. I think I can remember how to get there. Although don't hold me on that. Right, there's our lava. So yeah, we've got, out of that, we've got nearly 2 stacks of oak, a stack and a half of birch. So I've definitely been here because I've taken that lava source. So I've definitely come across that. So we've got a lava pool there, and we've got another lava pool over that side of the mountain as well, because that's where I was getting the lava for the lava farm. So I've got a feeling that I wasted my wonderful helicopter story. Right, what we will do, let's put a lot of this away. In whatever chests they will fit into. That will go in there. So we will now take all of those. Because I'm actually quite liking this playlist. It's and yeah, when it comes to putting things away in chests, I will absolutely do that off camera, because while I appreciate strip mining isn't exactly the most exciting content, me just grabbing things from one chest and put them into another is even less exciting. I do need to finish that roof actually. I keep saying I'm going to finish it and I never do. So I mean, I'm actually quite proud of myself that I've done the roof, because in a lot of my worlds that are away from YouTube, I don't actually very often finish the roofs because I hate doing them. So basically what I ended up doing was working out how to do, put that up there, just to mob proof it a little. I mean, it should be okay with only one torch up there, to be fair. Okay, so we've done quite a bit of resource gathering. We've got quite a few blocks from mining underground. We picked up a little bit of iron. We've chopped down some trees. We've got all our sugar cane is now completely finished being planted. And we will extend this the more we get crop seeds and whatever else. So as my throat is starting to feel a little bit at the moment, I'm going to end the stream and say goodbye. So I'll just take back over to my intermission screen. I do love this whole setup as well, by the way. I think it's quite cool. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. It's been great being able to do this. I know I've not been great, I've not been awesome or anything like that, but like I say, things will get better, they will improve. and the more I stream, the more used to it I'll get. We've gone for over an hour, so I'm quite pleased with that. Actually, I didn't know if I'd even make an hour, to be quite honest. I was hoping for 2, but I don't think my throat is going to hold out for another 45 minutes. So rather than me keep complaining, we'll end it there. I'll say thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please leave a like on the stream. And please keep watching the Let's Play series. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye, folks.